Come on, that's right here from the cart. We're back to a new Simpsons review. If y'all didn't see the last one, go and check it out. And this is another good episode. Better than the last episode, I will admit. And this is yet another Sideshow Bob episode, but with a twist. So this episode starts with Krusty's prison special, which he's pretty much singing to all of the prisoners, and that they're the special types of people. And of course, Marge saying something about how it's bad with Bart, and also he goes to Sideshow Bob and wondering what he's been doing, and obviously when he says kill Bart screams. Lisa wants somebody to tells Homer to go and talk to him, and Lisa goes, and Homer's like, but I have to sit up. And they're trying to tell Bart that it's okay, and he's locked away and foiled his schemes, which they're very proud of him. And even though he's locked away, and he still thinks he's evil, but we see a church and the prison, and pretty much he's asking for forgiveness, and the pastor is there and is very happy that Sideshow Bob is pretty much doing this. And he sees his brother, Cecil. Yep, his brother Cecil. And of course them having a chat, and him obviously aware of his evil schemes that he's done, and Sideshow Bob saying that he's given up all of that in the past, which he is basically freed now. Sideshow Bob has once again been freed, even on the papers. And everybody's obviously saying you're making a mistakes, ban the Bob. And Marge trying to say that they're making a huge mistake along with the people, but Bart is also saying that he could be plotting to get him any minute, and they're making a huge mistake because he's still evil. But everybody, the police, the pastor, and the mayor are saying that he has changed now, and he is able to give him another chance, which he also says, he gets another chance. Everybody agrees with him. Bart's saying that they're making a huge mistake, but obviously they're not believing him. And he's saying that he could be thinking of something evil any minute, and he zooms into his face, and he's wondering about he's not even thinking evil. He's thinking about some fabric softener or something. And welcome to Springfield, proud home of Sideshow Bob. And we see this line of text, and we see him enjoying his time with his brother, which he's saying anything besides the stuff that he's been having to drink for so many years. And Bart praying and then telling God to kill Sideshow Bob, and they're like, no, and not asking him to do that. And Homer's like, that's for you to do only. But they're having a chat and eating, and Cecil wanted to be our Krusty's assistant, not Sideshow Bob. And we see a flashback 10 years ago of Cecil as a clown getting ready to try to perform and get the job, which of course they tell him to get off the stage. But when he's saying that he would like to do the pie trick, they obviously don't get him, but they get Sideshow Bob. And that's how Sideshow Bob pretty much got hired. And stole Cecil's spotlight. And they're planning on building this water kind of place, a dam on the river, or with this river. And Bart is wondering what evil schemes he's up to. And yeah, he sees Bart and actually waves to him. And he's on a date with, surprise, surprise, Bart's teacher, Mrs. Krabappel. And they're having a good time of what it seems. And Bart obviously is spying, and yeah, him saying that it's been like 8 years since he dated anybody. And of course, Bart telling Mrs. Krabappel that he's no good, and obviously Sideshow Bob is disgusted with him of how he drove away Mrs. Krabappel. And Bart saying that he's gonna watch him and catch him in the next act. And of course, the chief of police is right behind him, saying he's not kidding, you know. And while they're working at the construction site, they're having some problems, like this dog getting covered in cement, and this outhouse having and yeah, different problems, and all looking at Bart. Which Lisa's saying that he promised to take her to Dairy Queen. So he said that they will after they go through the evidence in the trash, which they find Sideshow Bob, and he said that he should have done something a long time ago to them, and pretty much telling Marge and Homer are giving them back to Homer and Marge. That Lisa was the troublemaker, and especially Bart, and telling them good day. And Lisa's trying to tell Bart that Sideshow Bob's changed, but he still doesn't believe him, or still doesn't believe that he's good. But they go to the one place that they could find evidence, and of course that's the construction site. They find blueprints, and eventually finding money, which he starts to come in. He breaks the glass of the window and is trying to figure out who left the lights on, which he had to get caught. And he tries to chase them down, and he's trying to tell them that he means no harm, and they're thinking that he's up to something evil again, but he's trying to tell them that he's not, and that's not even, he doesn't even know where all that money came from. He's never seen it. And then when he was trying to sew the concrete, all the concrete's pretty much been gone. And again, Lisa is trying to attack him, and he's trying to explain that he didn't do all this. And when it seems, yeah, Cecil is the one. And he's threatening to blow up all of them, even his brother. All because, and this is all because, Sideshow Bob stole his chances to be with Krusty. Broke his dreams to be with Krusty. So, they give him the money, and they lock the doors. But Sideshow Bob's got an idea of to close some of the water for them of these gears to get free, and which it does close it for a little while, and he tells Bart that he has to trust him. He tried to kill him before, but Bart's got to trust Sideshow Bob, which they do end up sliding, and they end up getting escaped, and Cecil is, of course, setting up the dynamite, and Lisa's wondering if this is a good idea, trying to take off the wire of the dynamite, and Cecil's checking everything until Bart jumps and knocks all the money off. And Sideshow Bob and Lisa see Cecil going to throw Bart into the river, which he gets thrown. Sideshow Bob leaps into action and saves him. which it looks like they're about to be falling to their grisly deaths, which he's about to blow them up, but he cuts the wire and they start falling, and right when it seems, bang, Sideshow Bob's groin gets smacked in, like he lands onto this pipe right on his groin. And of course he turns around, which, yeah, Bart saves him. And Sideshow Bob's like, you saved my life. And of course he jokes about doing this evil like looking, and he's like kidding. Which they arrest Cecil, and of course they are still believing that it was the work of Sideshow Bob, and they arrest him. So he's going back to jail, even though Cecil confessed that it was him. He's still going back to jail. And Bart is telling Lisa that everybody in Springfield was not aware that they were in danger. Which, yeah, the water starts to break and gets loose. Homer tries to find the kids, which, yeah, the water comes and Ralph in his bed. Sideshow Bob trying to tell him that he did not do it. Which, yeah, they still don't believe him. And the chief is wondering who knows what kind of evil genius plans they're trying to do now. Which they're in the cell, and they're fighting over who gets the top bunk. And then Cecil's like, so what's on the menu? And that's how the episode ends. But, again, this is how it was shocking, and probably one of my favorite Sideshow Bob episodes, because Sideshow Bob actually saving Bart's life after attempts of trying to kill him and all the crimes that he done. He actually saves Bart. And, yeah, he was actually not the culprit. Of course, it was his brother this time, Cecil. But yeah, I would like to know what y'all think. Hopefully you enjoyed. Catch you on next one.